The best things we've ever done at Novak. Stay tuned.
Mark's too energetic for me this morning. We had Novak girls drinks last night, and if I sound husky and I look tired, it's because I am. I'm not going to lie, I actually got up about 15 minutes ago, quickly whacked on a face of makeup, and here I am. So I'm still half asleep, but you're still going to get lots of good content out of us, don't worry.
And I've complained a lot.
Yes.
Complained a lot.
I did complain. Mark's just being too energetic. That's the reality. But guys, we have compiled this morning a big list of the best things we've ever done, and we're going to share them with you. Besides Mark marrying me, and us having our children. Oh, I'm going to be silly this morning. All right. So besides the cliche stuff, Mark, getting married. I was going to say Mark getting married. Besides getting married and having kids. All right, here we go. Starting our
business or personal?
Both. We're going to do both. So starting our brand.
How's this going to help people?
I don't know. I just think, it's interesting to hear what rocks other people's boats. You're asking a lot of questions. You start now, Mark. You're asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, I think we don't want to sound fickle by just talking business, but we don't want to sound mushy by saying, we met each other, blah, 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 that stuff. But one of not in any order, but one of the things that I was pretty chuffed with in life that's helped was buying my first property.
Yeah.
So age of 18, getting into a place, still own that property. So that has allowed me to just jump into other stuff, do other stuff, more freedom as I get older. So buying property, your first
and
property,
holding it. Yeah, buying and holding. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, starting our own brand independently. So 20 years ago, when we decided that we were going to open our own agency, we really toed and froed with which one. Was it going to be a Bell? Was it going to be a McGrath? Yeah. We had lots of options because at that stage there were no brands in DY. There was a couple of old school independents, but there were no brands. So
there were 16 agencies in DY, and they were all different brands. They were like, do we do another brand?
Yeah.
And your brother said, no, you do Novak. And I was like, really? He goes, yep, that's what you got to do.
Yep. So we started our own brand independently, and it honestly was the best decision we've ever made.
Yeah.
Which then leads us into our purpose-built office. It's something that we had dreamed of a really long time. Mark and I had, there's a famous saying by Walt Disney, if you can dream it, you can do it. And I think that really typifies Mark and I, because we are big dreamers. We're like, we should do this. And in our minds, we really and truly do create it all. And our office was something that we had dreamt of a really long time.
Yeah. For those, it was an extension of us, I guess, because our home, our office, our home, they were sort of all in one in a way. And we always thought, we want to get that right. So it was a big pledge financially. It was patience. We paid rent for 15 years in the old premises and renovated it for somebody else. But that was a good move for a business. I think getting in there, and I think you got to be careful that you're not doing it for ego, but you are doing it for investment as well, because I remember a good friend of mine said, do the math. It's not just good because it's yours. It's got to add up financially. So I think that was a good financial move, because we're paying rent to someone else, and it gave us a nice anchor position, and we're not determined by anyone to go, be able to sell the property or something.
But finances aside, I think just building that sort of office, for those of you guys that are watching that don't know, we actually have got one of the country's, maybe the world's best real estate offices. It has a 6-meter antipasto bar. It has an indoor It has a 10-metre billboard all inside the office. We've got large 6-metre glass frontage windows.
For our staff, for our customers and ourselves.
And
Sydney Morning Herald called it Sydney's coolest office.
Yes, correct. They did. So, that was definitely one of the best things we've ever done. We, the staff, the community, the clients have had years of enjoyment out of it. It's now 5 years old, which is really quite incredible.
Yeah.
The other one, Mike, the next one that we've got on our list is creating Superpods. So what is a Superpod? I'll let you explain that.
So we manage about 1,600 rental properties, landlords, 3,000 landlords, 4,000 odd tenants. Like, it is busy. Now, what we used to have is one person in charge for one property, which was also the landlords and the tenants that live and own that property. But we had lots of chiefs in the office.
Yeah.
So the problem was that we had 7 property managers managing 180 odd properties each, and landlords got the shits because those people were coming and going and coming and going and coming and going.
True story. So we decided that we were going to create what we call Superpods, which is where we give the property managers a substantial amount of properties to manage. Some of them are managing up to 500 properties, which sounds like a lot, and it is, but we give them the resources as well. So they get underpinned by great assistants, a leasing person, an assistant, one or even two, and we put the most senior property manager in charge of the Superpod. And, for instance, Brunka, who many of you will know, she's famous in the industry, has been with us 14 years.
Property Manager of the Year.
True story.
In Australia.
Yeah. So Brunka's been with us for, 14 years. Tina Stacey has been with us for, 5-6 years now. Cleo has been with us for, also 10, 12 years. So, these girls and boys as well in our property management department have all been with us a really, really long time. So it's nice to know that you're in great hands, but that was definitely one of the best things we've done in our business.
And it gave longevity for landlords. The biggest complaint in the industry was the property managers always going. They're churning too much. But that actually got rid of that because the property managers were just super experienced with this, and they chose their own super team behind them. Worked well.
But it's nice to know if you're a landlord and you're with Novak, it's nice to know that you, when you ring up and you ask for Brunka, she's going to be there, and that gives you a lot of reassurance, particularly when you're parking a lot of money with us to look after. Okay, the next one, Mark, training up young fresh blood. That's something you love to do. I'm laughing because Mark's doing this. Where's the camera? He's doing this. Like, hurry up. That's
Lisa,
usually me. I'm normally
always going. You talk too much. You've got to be shorter.
Too much. I'm waffling today because I'm really tired.
Okay.
I had a late night last
what was the
night
next
for
one
those
we'll
people
talk
that
about?
have tuned in and thought, why does she look like crap? That's why we had a really late night last night. The next one's training young fresh blood. I'm going to sip my coffee while you do that.
And I think the biggest thing in the industry is your people, your team. And I think with your team, when you've got people that are loyal to the industry, when you've got people that are hardworking, I think the best thing you can give them is it's not necessarily money only, but it's actually time, training, love, passion. And I think the best way you can do that is by example. People can see you slogging your guts, doing the right thing by customers, using your expertise and your talent. That's when the team really feed off that. So I think with leading by example with the team, we have had some amazing people,
unbelievable,
through our business.
You're very good at doing that. Mark's very good. He'll never tell you.
Fun.
But Mark's very, very good at taking the young girls and boys and training them into some of the most phenomenal people in the industry. Yes, you do. Mark spends a lot of time doing that behind the scenes. Lots of people don't know that, but that is the truth. Next one was traveling to Antarctica. So a personal one. I remember, Mark, the Christmas that you said, guys, we're going to Antarctica. And we all went, huh? What? Mark, we have 2 girls.
I come up with best holidays and best ideas, and everyone's like, and then the family's like, nah, that's shit.
And we were like, what? Where are we going to shop? What do you mean we're going to Antarctica? And at that stage, our eldest daughter was starting her HSC. She was about to go into year 12. It was Christmas, New Year, and we were taking our two children away from their friends over that Christmas, New Year. So that was definitely one of the best things we've ever done. It was mind-blowing. It was absolutely mind-blowing.
RV was another one.
RV, that was another one that went down like a lead balloon.
I wanted to go in an RV in America, and Lisa wasn't really keen, but happy to just give it a go, get something ticked, give it a go, get something ticked off the list.
Yeah.
And the kids were not happy at all.
But looking back, we took it around America. So we went from Florida to New Orleans. It was crazy. And it was one of the we were literally, and for anyone that knows us, we are not the RV style family. Again, 3 women in an RV with poor Mark, but we had the time of our lives, and we all look back on that now and reflect on it and think, oh my God, that was the most fun ever. Yeah, Mark's bringing up a photo. That was the RV.
Probably not.
Yeah. Yep.
This thing was 30 ton. If you've ever seen a beeline bus, if you've ever seen a beeline bus, that was the RV. So it was 47 foot long, 30 tons.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. Bear in mind, poor Mark had to travel around in it with 3 girls.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, guys, was social media. Or is social media. So this morning we're talking about the best things we've ever done. Social media has been huge.
Yeah. And fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. One of the girls last night when we were out having drinks said, would you have ever thought that social media would have done this much to your business? There is no way in the world. If someone told us 2 years ago or 3 years ago, this is what it was going to do to the business and help that many people, I would have said impossible. So definitely one of the best things we've ever done.
Nationally, even internationally.
Globally.
Yeah.
Globally.
So people that we're talking, with other countries as well, even training that you've been doing overseas. Yeah, huge.
Unbelievable.
Who would have thought?
I know. Mark,
Manly Daily was our extension at the time, that was the
But you could never get that reach.
No, never.
If someone picked up a Manly Daily, they're not going to see you in the UK.
No. Buying a van?
I think this is Mark's proudest moment besides having children.
Yeah. So I used to buy really expensive cars, and I used to lose a lot of money on really expensive cars. And then I said,
no, you can't swear that. You can't say that.
And I said, I'm buying something practical, and I bought a van, and I bought a Mercedes 8 and everyone couldn't work it out because we didn't have a big family. Everyone couldn't work it out because I didn't need it. But geez, it's been fun.
It has been so much fun. And guess what happens now? Every single person says to Mark, oh my God, I love your van. So it is like the kitted out V-Class Mercedes van with the big reclining chairs. But I'll tell you what, we travel all the time in it. We whack all the sales guys in it and go on our caravans. Mark, you love to put your hand in front of he loves to put his hand in front of the camera. He does it all the time.
Look at that.
There we go.
Look how beautiful that is. Look,
she's amazing.
Look at that. Look at the seats. Big seats, big captain seats there. Look, they're
all right.
reclined. Lisa's just told me to hurry up again. She hit me.
Okay, next, guys, is buying a farm. So this is something we swore we'd never do. Yeah. It went right against our ethos, but of course we did what everyone did in COVID, and we bought a farm.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, we've had 2 years of, it is a bit of a working farm.
I'm really interested to see this comment.
I don't know. I'm actually setting myself up here because I do whinge every time we go to the farm.
I don't even know how I made this list, but anyway.
But the reality is, I know how happy it makes Mark and our youngest daughter, Jade. They actually love it. They're like 2 hillbillies when they get to the farm. Shani, our eldest daughter, and myself usually just like sit around and do lots of social media and stuff while we're there. No, we do. In all honesty, it has been one of the best things we've done. We'll leave that one there. What's the next one? Employ trainers into our business.
Wayne Hughes.
Yep. Tom Panos.
Tom Panos.
Yeah, we've had lots of them. Jonathan Creek. So, we have a lot of trainers
Lee
come into our
Woodward.
business. Yeah.
They've been amazing, and not a bit,
Without a doubt.
and they've been really sticky as well. But for instance, when I was started the business, 23 years old, had no idea what I was doing. In terms of there was no sort of mentors around. I had a business coach called Wayne Hughes, still around. Great guy. I recommend him. Business Perceptions, I think he's called now. And Wayne and I worked together for 14 years.
Yeah.
Every fortnight, listen to this,
Such a good man.
every fortnight, Thursday morning for half a day, Wayne and I, from 8 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock, we sat in that conference room and planned.
Yeah.
Staff,
Solved all
business,
the problems of the
cash
world.
flow, solved
Amazing
business,
man.
HR, planned rent rolls, planned. That was an amazing.
But can I tell you, these trainers are more than trainers because they actually have become lifelong friends.
Yeah.
The likes of Wayne Hughes, the likes of Lee Woodward, the likes of Tom Panos. These people are not just trainers; they are good human beings.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds very Christian City Church,
true.
but the reality is that what that has led to is lifelong friendships for us. So, without a doubt, I just want to mention as well, Rosie Sullivan. There's so many to mention, and if we haven't mentioned you, please excuse us.
Sorry.
But yes, without a doubt, employing trainers into business.
But before we wrap it up, is there any more we got?
We got which leads into creating amazing people around us.
Yeah.
And again, it might sound very Christian City Church, but these are some of the best things that we've ever done in our life.
Big time.
Creating great people around us, that is, for us, that's absolutely critical. And then just being good, honest people, Mark. Like we go to bed at night knowing that we are honest and knowing that we've done the best that we can possibly do and we're the best version of ourselves. And I reckon that's really important. Like it, don't like it, whatever. You can't be all things to all people.
Yep. But
at the end of the day, that's the truth.
And sometimes there's just hard decisions there that you've just got to make as a business owner.
Yep.
And that's been, I think that's been, probably the shittest part of business, but also the most enjoyable part of business, because when you make those hard decisions and you forge forward, and they're the right decision, it's good. But,
I'm always saying to our girls, life is a game of snakes and ladders.
Yep.
And, sometimes you've got to make the choice. It may not be the right one, but it's the one that you got to stick by. But as I said, at the end of the day, taking all of those things into account, we're good, honest people. And I think, as I said, we sleep well at night knowing that. I reckon that's it, Marky Mark. Some comments there. We've got Luke who's tuned in. We've got Jeff Luby. We've had some great comments. Sorry, guys, that we haven't brought them up this morning. But that's it. I reckon that's a wrap.
Love you guys. Have a great weekend, a great Friday. The sun is out. It's just a perfect day today. Not a cloud in the sky.
No rain to be seen. See you guys.
Love
Enjoy your day.
Bye.